All right, what we're going to learn now is how to write a check, and this might be a challenge since I have to use both hands to do it. But this foreign thing, which is a foreign object to most of y'all, is what's called a checkbook. Now, down there, that big black line that's blacked out is the routing number. That tells the bank what account to take it out of. Then up here in the top corner, you see my name. All the other stuff's blacked out. That's usually your address. You can put your driver's license number, your phone number, whatever on that thing. But checks go in numbers. This is 5296. And the way this works is you have to write it out to a person. And this is as good as money. This takes money out of your account. So I'm going to fill it out, then I'll come back and explain it to you. All right, so we're back. So right here, you've got the date. Whenever you're filling out the date, make sure you put the day, the month, and the year. The year is 2020. Make sure you write 2020, because if you just put 20, somebody could change this and put whatever year they want on it. All right. Pay to the order of is who you're writing a check to. So I'm writing a check to Billy Joe Royal. Now, his name does not fill up the whole line, so I draw a line to make sure somebody can't fill something else in there, because somebody with a bad intent could pay to the order of Billy Joe Royal and Joe Smith. Well, Joe Smith's name's on the check. He could take it and he could go cash it. $25 is written right there in the box. That's your cash amount. But then to clarify it, because some people have bad handwriting like me, you have to write in the amount of money, $25 and 0 All right. This down here we use sometimes, you don't have to, but it tells you what it's for. So it's for old redneck music, and then it has your signature. So that is how you actually write a check. Back side of the check, there's this thing called the carbon copy. That gives you basically a copy of your check. If you ever wondered, like on your email, what CC stands for, it stands for carbon copy. So I've got a copy of the check. I know what it's for. And my number is actually blacked out on this carbon copy, so you can't figure out what my routing number is, because if it's your checkbook, you don't need to know your routing number. So that's what the carbon copy's for. Now I'm going to show you how to turn it into the bank and get money out of it. Okay, now this is the back side of the check. This is this check that Billy Joe Royal, I made him to pay him money. Now, what I'm going to do, if I'm Billy Joe Royal, I want to get my money. So what I have to do is what's called endorse the check. So if you look right here, it says endorse here. Billy Joe Royal needs to sign his name on this check. Of course, pen on, right? All right. So Billy Joe Royal can take that check to the bank and he can put it in his account. Or the other thing that he can do is the bank, if it takes that check, will give him $25 cash and he can walk down the road with it. If you don't want Billy Joe Royal to take that check, and if you want to make sure that it goes in the bank, you can do a little trick that says for deposit only. You write that on the back of his check, he has to deposit into his account. Now, if they want to give him his money that he already has in the account out, that's fine, but this will basically make this check sit for a day or two in his account until it clears. So it's a way to keep somebody that has a bad idea, like say I forgot to fill out or draw that line. It keeps somebody from having a bad idea to writing their name in there, writing the name on the back, and walking away from the bank with $25 cash. So that is writing a check. At some point in your life, you will have to write a check, or you might have to cash a check, because checks are going the way of the dodo, but they're still around. And some people still use a lot more of them than other people. So knowing a little bit about how to use a check is important. All right, guys, thanks.